And already on the line with us, partner and advisory for the PricewaterhouseCoopers คุณวิไลทองทวีลาภพันทอง Good afternoon คุณวิไลพรค่ะสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ Hello
สวัสดีค่ะ From the perspective of the PricewaterhouseCoopers, what kind of help should be extended to SMEs who have been directly and indirectly hit by the floods คุณวิไลพร
Okay, small and medium enterprises will need a lot of support to help rebuild and restore their business operations.
Right.
In my view, there are three key areas that need to be provided urgently. One is to rebuild the infrastructure. Two is to provide a lot of granting recovery packages, multiple type of granting recovery packages. And three is to build the resilience to prepare them for the next crisis. So let me talk about the infrastructure first.
Right.
So we all know that the floods have caused unprecedented damage to the infrastructure, and reconstruction effort will be significant to get business back on their feet. So the government should invest in rebuilding infrastructure in the impacted areas, such as, all the restoring power facility, deep cleaning the area, restoring roads, walls, fences, and water management systems. These are the very first step first, and then business can then move back to where, they are located.
Yes.
So the second one is the recovery packages. I think there needs to be both financial and non-financial packages to facilitate the rapid restoration. For example, some of the short-term loan, no interest or low-interest loan to help them with the financial shortage. We all know that a lot of companies or, some of them don't have revenue for the past 2 months, and their costs are rising. So many companies will need help to address the short-term position and fulfill the cash shortfalls. So this can come in various packages. And the second type of grant package I want to talk about is job and skills. During and after flood, a number of companies have let go of their people.
Right.
Some have staff with skills that do not match the current needs anymore. And some have no budget to retain their top talents or their highly skilled workers. And some of these people will leave them. To support SME, I think the government can come up with various programs around this area to help SME retain their resources, mobilize them to maybe projects that need their skills, and then they can get revenue and come back and work for the companies later. Or to reskill them, just like what the Australian government did after the Queensland flood crisis. The government assessed what are the priority skills that arise after flood, and then provide sort of educational and training to help build new skills, so then these workers can then support the business. For example, some of the skills that were in need in Australia was flooring technology. Basically learn how to replace and renovate floors affected by flood damage, food safeties, or even some of the business skills to help them recover their business. So I think a lot of grant packages can be discussed and see what would be best to help SME.
Right. So as a consultant firm, Kun Vilaiporn, how would you consult or advise SMEs affected by the floods?
Well, I think stay calm first, and I would suggest that assess the overall business health to see where you are today, what are the impacts on your business situation, on your financial situation, your clients, your resources, and use this as an opportunity to assess your strengths and weaknesses as well, and see what are the opportunities ahead of you so you can strategically rebuild your business. Another thing I want to talk about is the financial position, which is very important. Lack of the cash shortfall could put you out of business.
That's right.
So it's very important to understand your financial position. So what you could do is to assess your financial statement very, very carefully, to analyze the health of your organization, plan and monitor your cash flow so you can see how much money is coming in and what will be going out to allow you to prepare for the future. I would suggest create a balance sheet and profit and loss statement from the beginning of the previous financial year to the time of the crisis, which is now. And if you have information, you might want to do financial benchmarking too, to compare about your business against a similar side business in the same industry to see whether your performance is stronger or weaker than your competitors.
Okay, Kun Vilaiporn, you have a lot to share here, but what about some other alternative policies that should be implemented by the government? Well, right now, as of this moment, government has been giving a mobile clinic to give advice to companies and SMEs, as well as trying to encouraging them to be franchise owners. So what are other alternatives that the government should be doing?
Well, I think a couple of things. One is the skills gaps, and second is access to the market.
Okay.
For skill gap, we all know the world is constantly changing. We're living in a world that is completely connected, globalization now. So the current skills and experience of an entrepreneur may not necessarily be sufficient to grow the business to a much larger size. So the company would require probably new know-how, new training, new technology to give them with additional skills to help them and gain access to the new market.
Well, especially the language skills, the English.
Exactly. If we were to be a part of AAC in a few years from now, I think language become very essential for Thai entrepreneurs to be able to negotiate, to connect, and to identify opportunity elsewhere. So I think overall skill gap, and you mentioned the language, on technical piece, and leadership and managerial skill as well. This is something that, from my experience working in Thailand, is, we all tend to be very focused on technical and less on leadership and managerial. So I think overall this could be, addressed as a package.
Okay. Well, thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have more to say?
Yes, the access to the market as well is to help Thai SME gain access to the larger opportunities out there. So if the government could come up with market strategy, I think that would be very helpful.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you very much, Kun
Thank you very
Vilaiporn,
much,
for your
Ka.
time.
My pleasure. Okay.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.